One of the most important pieces of advice that I was given early on, and I think it was probably even mentioned at that parenting course that we will refer to constantly, is that we need to work on one thing at a time in our parenting. Otherwise, we end up exhausting ourselves and exhausting our kids. And so this week, what we are starting with, and what we have found to be the absolute foundation, the single most important piece to starting the process, is very, very, very simple. And it's first time obedience. It's not rocket science. It's really easy, but it is really, really hard to enforce, especially once you have some bad habits that you've already developed. And basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's that we would develop a culture in our families of expecting that our children would listen to us on the first try. Not trying to knock any other parenting methods, and I know that a lot of you are doing your best or recycling, what you've been told, but the whole like counting to 3 thing, stuff like that, what we're teaching our kids is to delay their obedience of us. And so what we want to switch that to and change it is that we would expect that the first time we ask something, they would obey. Again, very simple, but really, really hard to enforce. So the homework this week, we're starting with something called Yes Mom, Yes Dad. Really easy. And it is just starting the foundation that when we call our child, when we say their name at all, their response to us will either be yes mom or yes dad. And when I first heard this, I kind of went, oh, we're not really super legalistic and traditional. So when we have kids, we probably won't do that with our kids. Well, let me tell you, this is absolutely the foundation. That is the single most important piece to that process. So you can go home and you can make a game out of it this week. It's kind of like hide and seek, except when you call your kid's name, they come to you and try to find you. So kids go disperse throughout the house. When I call your name, I want you to say yes mom and come to me as fast as you can. So the kids all go, Micah, Kaden, Eli, yes mom, and they come running to you. And you do it a couple times till they get the gist. Obviously if kids are older, they'll get it quickly. And then have a conversation about this is the new expectation in our house. When I call your name, you are to come to me, and you are to come to me immediately and respectfully after you say yes mom or yes dad. You can add yes mom or yes dad coming if they're in another room, or you can just stick with yes mom, yes dad. So now you have your kids' attention. You didn't have to hunt them down to get it, and they are standing in front of you looking at you, and they're ready to listen. You know that you have their attention, and you know that they have chosen to come from another room or even to stop what they're doing, whether it's a game or reading a book. They've chosen to stop, to come to you, to look at you, and to be ready to listen to what you have to say. This week it might be a good idea to even have a reward for it as you start getting into the habit of this happening. You can tally up, and when you get to 100, you can go out for ice cream or pizza, something we do a lot, or you can just have some sort of sticker chart, or any of the typical kid reward systems for praising them for getting this down. And I'm sure you got a lot of other things going on in your house this week, but we're going to kind of push those to the side, and we're going to start working on the yes moms and the yes dads. First time obedient, coming immediately and coming respectfully. A yes mom coming does not count. Yes mom coming, they need to have a good attitude, and they need to come. So hopefully you guys have been doing really well with your couch time, and this will be a nice new thing to add to your routine. And trust me, once you get this down, you will not regret it. Have a good night.